Good afternoon. Happy Sunday, guys. I have a wonderful recipe for you today. Over here in my pot, I have me some lobster boiling up. So I am going to put some Old Bay into our pot. And then I am going to put some garlic pepper into the pot with our recipe, guys. Just for a little flavor. So we are going to get into our recipe today. I have some lobster that I am boiling up, guys. And I have some bacon that I have cut up really small. I'm going to cut that up a little more smaller. I have some rice in the back there, guys, that I cooked yesterday, leftover rice. We're going to need that for the recipe. I have 2 eggs here in the back. We're going to need that for the recipe. We also going to need some butter for the recipe. I have some carrots here that I cut up. We're going to need that for the recipe. We got some corn. We got some green onions that we are going to need for the recipe. And some garlic. And we're going to need our olive oil for this recipe, guys. And we are going to make what they call lobster and bacon. Okay, guys, the first thing we're going to do with this recipe is I have some butter melting up into the pan. That's about 2 teaspoons of butter. We are going to add some olive oil to this recipe, guys. We're going to add us a little olive oil to the recipe. Now that we add our butter and our olive oil into the pan, we are going to cook the egg, guys. Okay, we got our skillet getting good and hot. So we are going to put our egg in this recipe, guys. We don't want to overcook these 2 eggs, guys. We just want it kind of soft. So we're going to mix well, and then we're going to put into we are going to put our egg into our pot, guys, with our butter and our olive oil. Okay. Okay, we're going to wait till our egg kind of cook up a little bit. You don't want to overcook this egg, guys. You just want to kind of make it kind of fluffy, guys, okay? Don't overcook this egg. Okay, guys, so we got our egg. Alright, guys, it's time to take this egg out of the pan. So we are going to put the egg onto a plate, guys. Okay, guys, here go our egg for our recipe, and we're going to set that aside. And with this pan, guys, all you have to do is kind of wipe it out a little bit before you put your next recipe in. So we're just going to wipe this out a little bit. And then we are going to add our bacon. So it could start cooking up a little bit, guys. Your bacon is going to take a little longer to cook because we already pre-cooked our lobster. we're going to let that cook up a little bit. Now guys, if you want to cut your bacon up a little smaller, you can. But we are going to just let this bacon brown on both sides. Then we are going to add our lobster in and add our ingredients together, guys. Now guys, I only used 2 pieces of bacon in this recipe, guys, because I didn't want a lot of grease in my rice. So we are going to get rid of some of this grease when this bacon get brown, okay? Now guys, one time I cooked this rice and I only used 1 piece of bacon, and that was okay, but I cut it up really fine. So I really just want the fat out of, I just want the fat out the bacon to give our rice a good flavor, guys. So as you can see, it's cooking up really well. Okay guys, we are going to add our lobster in this recipe, guys. And we're just going to let it cook for about 2 or 3 minutes up together, because we want all that flavor. And then we are going to add some garlic in this recipe. Okay guys, I don't want to keep you that long, so we're going to start mixing this recipe up. I got my lobster and my bacon kind of cooking up a little bit. Then we are going to add our garlic in this recipe, guys. We're just going to add our corn in this recipe, guys. We are going to add a little carrot in this recipe, guys. We are going to add some green onions in this recipe, guys. Okay? And we're going to let this cook up a little bit. Oh, guys, this smells so good. We're going to let this recipe cook for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we are going to add our rice and our eggs and our season, and your rice is done. Alright guys, we are ready to add our season to the recipe, guys. So we are going to add some salt to our recipe. We are going to add some pepper to our recipe, guys. Then we are going to add some of that red lobster seasoned salt into the recipe. Just a little pinch, guys. Just for that flavor. Then we are going to add our egg into the recipe and our rice. And we are going to see how this wonderful recipe came out, guys. So let's add our egg back into our recipe. Now that we have our egg, our bacon, our lobster, our corn, we got some carrots in this recipe, we got some green onions in this recipe, we are going to add our rice. Now this was leftover rice, guys. Yesterday I cooked some salmon and rice, and that's what I had, so I had some rice left over, so I decided to prepare this recipe, guys. So you're going to break your rice up. Now guys, if you have some rice and you want to just prepare a quick recipe with your leftover rice, or you want to cook the rice the same day, you can put your rice in the refrigerator for about 2.5 hours to 4 hours, and then bring it out, guys. But we are going to add all this rice. All right, guys. Okay, guys, we are going to mix our recipe together, guys. We got our egg. We got our vegetables. Now, I like more rice than vegetables and eggs. And so I just add just a little bit, guys. And we're going to mix this recipe up together. Now, guys, we are going to add our soy sauce to this recipe, guys. And we are going to mix well. Now, do a taste test, guys. You might want to add some more season. It's up to you what you do with your rice. But this is how I prepare mine. Make sure you mix well, guys. Okay, guys, we are going to let this cook for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we are going to see how our recipe came out. Guys, this smells so good. So you have your bacon, you have your corn in your recipe, you got your green onions in the recipe, you got a little carrot in this recipe, bacon, lobster, corn, whatever vegetable that you want to use. Mix well, guys, and then you can serve it with whatever you want. Alright, guys, we're going to see how this recipe come out, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless you and have a wonderful Sunday, guys.